Today's video is kindly sponsored by Period Proof. Period Proof is an Australian-owned and run company whose mission is to transform the way we period, making it simple, healthier, and more convenient. Now, if you follow me on TikTok, you might know that I have always found menstrual cups intimidating and hard to use. But after trying Period Proof's comfortable, sustainable, and easy to use menstrual cup during my last period, I'm a convert, you guys. I'm a convert. Now, I love Period Proof because not only are they on a mission to increase sustainability and normalize periods, they're also on a mission to ensure that proper period care is available to anyone, anywhere. A lot of people don't realize that period poverty is a huge problem in Australia. And according to a 2021 survey by Share the Dignity, it's something that affects 1 in 5 menstruating Australians. No one deserves to be left out or to feel alone or isolated on their period. So to combat this and increase the accessibility of proper period care, for every cup they sell, Period Proof donates 1 to someone in need. So with all that being said, if you guys want to learn more, if you want to join the Period Proof family, or if you want to get your very own Period Proof menstrual cup, you can click the link in the description below. A big thank you to Period Proof for sponsoring today's video, and a big thank you to you guys, because without you, I wouldn't be here and I wouldn't be getting these awesome opportunities. Also, darlings, this is literally Charlotte Darling pink. Is it not? Are you freaking out like I am? Goodness gracious. Right, on with the video. Hi guys, it's Finn, and today I thought I would do a little ASMR makeup / get ready with me for you guys. I know I usually do more like roleplay type ASMR on this channel, but I love a good ASMR makeup get ready with me type thing, so I thought that's what this video could be. I want to try and explore a couple of different types of ASMR so you guys can let me know what you like, what you don't like, what you'd like to see, all of that kind of stuff. But with that being said, I really love these videos when they're not super duper chatty, so I will try not to chat your ears off. So yeah, let's get started. So the first thing that I always go in with is concealer, and I use the Lasting Radiance Concealer by Rimmel London. I pop it under my eyes and a little bit on my eyelids too. And then I'll grab my beauty blender and just blend that in. I've always been somebody who has really cheap beauty blenders. I think the last one that I had was from like Kmart like 5 years ago, and it was probably like $5 or something, because I always just thought it didn't make a difference. So I was like, why would I spend $20 on a beauty blender if they're all like the exact same thing? But the other day I was at Priceline and I needed a new beauty blender, and the only one that they had was a like $20 one by Real Techniques. And so I decided to treat myself and I bought a $20 beauty blender. And you guys, I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. Like, the blend that this gives me, unmatched, literally unmatched. Also, sorry, you can probably hear it, I do have a cold at the moment. It's not COVID, but I'm gonna try not to sniffle too much, but I do need to blow my nose, so excuse me for a minute. So the next thing I do is I pop some concealer around my nose. I pop it on this little like blood vessel that I have here, and then I also just pop a little bit on the tip of my nose too. And then again, I just take my beauty blender and blend it in. Also, I just want to quickly apologize. I live in Australia, and especially where I live, we have a lot of birds and very noisy birds, so I'll try my best to edit them out, but if you do hear any bird sounds, sorry about that. Then I just continue by putting a little bit of concealer on my forehead, on my chin, and I'll just blend those two in. And then I take a little bit of concealer just along my jawline And sometimes I get pimples around here, so I'll just cover them up. And then I do the other side as well. And then I might just go in, and I don't mind too much about like if you're able to see my blemishes, but this one's pretty red and I have this little red spot on my nose here, so I'll just cover those ones up a little bit more. When I do that, I like to let the concealer just get a little bit tacky so that it sticks better too. So while I wait, I'm going to have a sip of tea. This is a mug that I got my dad for Father's Day. And then I'll just go in with the very tip of the Beauty Blender and just, oh no. If I was more patient, I would blend out the edges and like really avoid touching the blemish at all so that the concealer really stays on, but I'm too impatient, so we're not doing that today. So refreshing. Absolutely delicious. Okay. You can probably already see, but I am quite an oily person. So while I love a good dewy look, if I don't put mattifying powder on, my dewy look becomes an oily mess. So I'm going to take the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder, and I'm just going to use this brush, and then I usually press it in under my eyes. And then press it in around my T-zone as well. Actually, I pretty much press it everywhere because I'm oily, so yeah. I keep checking to see if this is still recording because I literally recorded this video yesterday, but I forgot to hit record. I literally can't believe I went like 19 years with undiagnosed ADHD. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Vogue Beauty blush. This is a brand that you can find at Aldi. They're vegan and they're cruelty free. This is broken because I dropped it, and then I dropped it again, and then I dropped it again. So I take a little bit of that on my brush and I just pop it on the apples of my cheeks. And then I also really like to pull it up into sort of my temples as well to just bring a little bit more colour to my face. And then this side is very pigmented, so I'm just going to try and blend that out a bit. Then I'm also just going to pop a little bit of blush on the tip of my nose, on my chin, and then sometimes I even like to take it up kind of into my hairline a little bit, just because I like how that looks. Okay, so now that I've brought a little bit more colour back to my face, I'm going to do my brows. I just started using this Wonderful Brow by Rimmel London, and it's just like a clear brow gel. So far I really like it. The only thing I'd say is that the spoolie is pretty small, so it's kind of hard to get all of my eyebrow in one go. But other than that, I really like it. So yeah, my brow routine is usually just pop on a clear brow gel. Sometimes I like to brush them up just a little bit and then smooth the edges down. And then I have this little funny bit on my left eyebrow. So I usually just try and make it make sense, you know? Sometimes if I'm feeling like it, I might put like a little bit of brow crayon or brow powder in my eyebrows, but most of the time I just like to leave them pretty natural. So yeah, that's what I do for my brows. I'm gonna have another little tea break because I wish I was British. I'm sweating, you guys. Okay, so the next step that I do is my eyes. So today I'm just going for a super simple look. So I'm just going to take this new Revlon Skin Lights bronzer that I just bought. And I just like to dip into it with my fluffy brush. And then for this eye look, what I like to do is like focus it on the outer corner, kind of in a more like circular shape, I guess. And then once I have some good colour in there, I'll take a little bit more onto this brush and I'll just drag it gently through the crease. I just find that this gives your eyes like a little bit more depth, and I think especially if you're a beginner with makeup like I am, I'm really not very good at makeup. It's such an easy, simple trick to do, but it can look so nice. I would like to give a disclaimer though that I actually don't know what I'm talking about. I am making this up, okay? My only makeup education comes from watching beauty gurus as a 14 and 15-year-old. So take this advice with a grain of salt, loves. If you follow me on TikTok, you might know that I love doing different accents. And I would love to do some more ASMR videos for you guys in different accents. So let me know if that's something you would be interested in, and let me know the kind of things you'd maybe want to see. Once I've given up on that, I then like to take a light shade and highlight my inner corner. So I use this palette that I got from Sephora in like very early 2019, I think. And I like to use either this shade here, which is Candy, or this shade, which is Cream. But today I'm feeling fancy, so we're gonna go for Candy. And I just take a little bit of that on like a little small brush, and I just highlight the inner corners of my eyes. And I just feel like that gives them a little bit more of a pop, you know? It kind of helps open them up. Okay. That's pretty much it for the eye look. If I'm going out, I'll do like maybe a bit of glitter just across the lid. So now I'm gonna pop my mascara on. I've been using this Natio Infinite Tubing Mascara. So I just go in with this. And one time I read that you should wiggle the spoolie at the root of the lash and then pull up, because that can create some more volume in the lash bed. I don't really understand anything I just said, but it seems to work, so I do it. I live in a smallish house, and my mum works from home next door, and she's just hopped on a meeting, so apologies if you can hear that. I was talking to my psychologist the other day, and we were talking about self-esteem, because that is something that I have always really struggled with. I have body dysmorphia and just very low self-esteem in general. And so we were talking about it, and she asked me what's a feature of mine that I don't hate. And so I had to think about it, and I came back to her and I was like, I don't hate my eyes. I don't love them, but I also don't hate them. And I think if there's anybody out there who has struggled with really bad self-esteem or body dysmorphia or anything like that, you'll probably understand how much of a triumph it is when you can finally say, I don't hate this. I guess if you feel comfortable, I'd love for you guys to share something in the comments that you either love about yourself that you used to hate but now you feel neutral, something that you don't hate or something that you're working on loving, anything like that. I'd love for you guys to share if you feel comfortable with it, because I think it's really nice sometimes to just know that other people are in the same boat or have been in the same boat. And I also think it's really important to have conversations that don't exclude people who are currently struggling. I think it's really important that we have conversations that also include people who are currently fighting something or currently going through something or currently dealing with something or currently healing from something, or even, you know, maybe you're the worst you've ever been. I think with mental health it's really important to remember and to make space for everyone at the table. So I guess even if you don't feel that way about yourself at all, even if there's nothing that you like about yourself or there's nothing that you feel neutrally about, please still feel free to share a comment. You can talk about your journey if you're comfortable. You can talk about things that maybe you find helpful, whether that's like, I don't know, a pet or art or TikTok or YouTube, just anything. Please feel free to share it below, because I really love this little community that we're creating here. So anyway, ramble over, I'm gonna have a tea break again. And now I'm going to move on to my favourite part, which is the lips. For my everyday lip colour, I use the Maybelline Superstay Ink Crayon, and I use it in the shade 15, which is Lead the Way. It looks like this. A lot of people on TikTok always ask what colour it is, so that's what it is. I won't talk while I do this, but usually I slightly overline my lips, especially this side, because this side of my lips is smaller than the other side, and I really, speaking of self-esteem, I really don't like that. Yeah, so I overline it a little bit. I'm talking far too much, so I'm just gonna put this on. So what I always like to do when I put on that lip colour is I like to really focus it on the outskirts of my lips, if that makes sense, and then I kind of leave a couple of the centre parts like lipstick free, if that makes sense, because I feel like then that kind of gives me a much more natural look, which is what I like. So the next thing that I've been doing is popping on a little bit of this lip lacquer. It is the Revlon Ultra HD lip lacquer in the shade Pink Diamond, and you guys, it is perfect for ASMR. Listen to this. It just sounds so pretty. So it's just got like a little brush on the end, and then all I've been doing is popping a super thin layer just over my lips. And then as a final step, as you can see, I've gotten a little bit oily as we've been sitting here. I'm sweaty, I'm oily, I'm all the good things. So I'm just going to pop a little bit more of that mattifying powder back on. I also find this powder works really well for camera. It definitely has a very blurring effect on the skin. Okay, and then I'll take my hair out. Okay, and then once my hair's out, I'm just gonna pop in some earrings. I can't remember where I got these from, but I'll try and see if I can find the website if any of you guys are interested. My tea is definitely too cold now to be justifying taking sips from it, but guess I'm just a rebel like that, yeah. Okay, so there you guys go. This is the finished look. I don't really have anywhere to go today, actually, because I'm pretty sick. And also I just don't really like leaving the house. But I'll probably do some content planning. I need to update my diary, reply to a couple of emails, and film some TikToks. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions or video ideas or anything like that, definitely leave them in the comments below. I know this was a little bit of a different style to my usual role plays, but because I've been sick this week I haven't had as much energy, so yeah, I hope you guys liked this one. Anyway, I'm so bad at goodbyes. I hate saying goodbye to people, so I've just got to, you know, stop procrastinating and end this video. But I really appreciate you watching. I really appreciate all the love and support you guys have been giving me. You have no idea how much it means to me, and I really wish that I could give every single one of you a hug and say thank you for all that you've done for me. But yeah, I love you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.